We started this in building boats in 2001. A buddy of mine and I did, and then a couple of our other friends, my brother and another one of my friends started helping. So we built a stealth fighter jet in 2001. That was the first boat we did. And then we raced it down here and we said, well, we got to take it somewhere else. So we ended up in Bloomington, Illinois and Galesburg, Illinois, racing it. And then from then, we started building them in our garages at home, and my brother's garage, my garage. And then in 2007, we were building a boat in my garage. Actually, it was the Bat boat that's in the back. And I was like, boy, we need a place to show these boats that we have, because I had like 6 or 7 of them in my garage, and drive in, they're hanging on the ceilings and that. And my buddy said, well, I know where there's a garage that's been empty since the '97 flood. And so I said, well, let's go look at it. Anybody can do it. I mean, it's fun. And you don't know if you're going to make it to the end or not. There's 2 races. There's basically 2 races. There's a race that's the races that are really fast, and then there's races that people are trying to get to the end. So those are the fun ones to watch, actually. But we've got 3 classes. We got a youth category, adult category, and a mechanical class also. We have a single crew, multi-crew in the youth, single crew, multi-crew in the adult, and then we have the mechanical class, which you build a boat out of cardboard tape and paint. Your structure still has to be cardboard tape and paint. And then your mechanicals, you're allowed to use metal, wood, plastic, anything, but it can't add to the structure of your boat. I had a cardboard boat that I use every year. So I've been using it I used it for I think 9 years. And then the last year that I used it, it was a 16.5 mile trip. I made it 8.5 miles, and it finally sunk. And we do a race once a year. This year will be July 4th during Freedom Fest in New Richmond. They have a festival down here with bands and food trucks and things throughout the town. But you build a boat out of cardboard tape and paint. That's all you're allowed to use. And your tape can only be 4 inches from your seam also. You can't go any more than 4 inches. You can't wrap your boat in tape. So, and then we put about 5 coats of paint on them. So one thing that people, you just gotta, you can't get under like 22 inches on a boat, because then it gets real shaky. You gotta stay about 23, 24 inches so you don't flip over as easy, and stay low into your boat. And then some of that depends on how you're building your boat, how you place your cardboard, because the flutes in your cardboard go up and down, or you run them this way. And we run them this way for the beams on the sides of our boat. That way it holds stronger, because if you run them this way, they're more likely to crunch. So it's a stronger boat on the sides if you run your flutes of your cardboard or horizontal. So. People you meet, that kind of keeps friends, family together. Everybody kind of, gets together here. Sometimes we have, like my family, we'll have a Christmas, Thanksgiving down here. So it keeps the family together, someplace to have them. And we have some dinners for the volunteers and things. So it's a good time.